Hello everyone, I am Pritham and I welcome all of you to my channel Spark Study. So in the previous lecture, we have studied all the basic regarding the Python programming, and in this lecture, we'll study about the control flow. So what is the control flow? What is the control flow? Like in C programming or C++ programming, we have studied this iteration kind of thing. That means the looping statement. So for loop, while loop, do while loop. We have studied all the things in the previous classes. And in this thing, in the control flow, why we need a iteration kind of thing? That means iteration is very important to reproduce the result. That means if iteration kind of thing is not available in the mathematical things or computer programming language, then to reproduce the same thing we need to write many more lines of codes. But iteration make it easy so that you can do all the work within very small lines of codes. For example, if you want to print 1 to 5 serial, like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and you have to print like print 1, print 2, print 3, print 4, print 5. So this has to be programmed if there is no control flow statement or looping statement. But while using looping statement, what you do, you are just define for I is equal to 1. That means I is initialized with 1 and I is less than 5. So range is 1 to 5. Print I, then I is equal to I plus 1. That means while you have initialize the value I is equal to 1 and print I means 1 is printed, then I becomes I plus 1, that is 1 plus 1 2, and 2 is less than 5, again 2 is printed, then one more iteration, because 2 is less than 5, then I is equal to I plus 1, that is 2 plus 1 3, so I becomes 3 is printed, then 3 is less than 5, again one more iteration, 4 is printed, 4 is also less than 5, again 5 printed, and 5 is equal to 5, condition not satisfied, so it won't print anything more than 5. Okay, so this is the beauty of control flow. So in this chapter, let's start with if statement. What is if statement? If is a condition. Let's take one example, like so if just define a variable a is equal to 25 star star 5, and while this 25 star star 5 executed, the answer will be 9765625, which is obviously more than 10,000. And you just see that we have a condition if a is greater than 10,000 colon, then print more. So print is the command to print whatever available inside the double inverted comma. Okay, what you just write your name and name will printed whatever you are printed. Else, that means if this condition does not satisfy, then print less. Okay, so what happened, as we know that this 25 star star 25 is actually greater than 10,000, and this if statement is verified, and then actually what printed, the more is printed, so answer will be, output will be more. If this value is less than 10,000, so this more is not printed, less is printed. Okay, so likewise you have two output, either more or less, either less than 10,000 or more than 10,000. So if you want to find in between some value, what you to do, if a is greater than 10,000, one condition satisfied, if a is greater than 10,000, then another if is inside the if statement, that is called nested if. If a loop is available inside another loop, then it is called as nested loop. Similarly, if one if statement is available inside another if statement, then it is called nested if. Okay, likewise nested while, nested do while, you can do whatever you want to do. So first looping is if a is greater than 10,000, that I do not know whether greater or less. Then another condition comes, if a is less than, first is if a is greater than 10,000, then if a is less than 1 lakh, That means the range is bounded in between 10,000 and 10 lakh. Okay. If A is greater than 10,000 and less than 10 lakh, then it should print between 10k and 100k. Okay. If the second statement not satisfied, that means if A is not less than 100k or 10 lakh, then it will print more than 100k. Okay. Again, else if, okay, that means another condition is that it may be 10,000. Okay, exactly 10 value. See, if it is not in between this range, if the value is between 10k and 100k, it will print between 10k and 100k. If it is more than 100k, then it will print more than 100k. There is a chance it is less than 10k or it is equal to 10k. Then we have to write else if, that is called ELIF, if A double equal to 10,000 and it will print it is equal to 10,000. Else it is less than 10,000. So when you bounded with 3 variable, then either less than this variable or equal to this variable or in between these two variable or greater than this variable. Or you can also write one more thing, like if A double is equal to 100k, then it also print equal to 100k. So one more thing also possible. So as you know that we have defined A is equal to 25 in double star 25, then it must be greater than 100k. That is why the second statement, like else statement, is getting verified and printed that more than 10k, 100k. Likewise, if you go for string s equal to hello world, okay, the syntax of string is s is equal to double inverted comma, in between you just type the string. If world in s, okay, I don't know whether world in s, so this world, this world, whether it actually available in the s. Yes, it is available, because s is a variable and we have defined s is equal to hello world. Hello is one character, world is another character. So we have to check one condition, whether this world is available in the a string. Yes, it is available. If it is available, then s is equal to s plus exclamatory. That means after world, exclamatory is printed. What is the condition? If world is available inside s and the condition is verified, s, the world available inside the s, and the print s command will print hello world with a exclamatory sign here. Okay. Likewise, if you go for list, student, name, Mary, ID, other things, if not student has key minor, that means if the student do not have a minor key, here see name one key, ID another key, we have two key only defined. So does the major key is defined? No. That means the condition is if major key is not defined, then major key is equal to CS. And when you print student, you will see that major CS, name Mary, ID this one. So this is all about the if statement, and we will go for control for statement. Okay. What happened previously in C programming, while designing a for loop, we have three things. We have to start the for thing, okay, the is called initialization, then incrementation, then we should give a boundary. That means this will be incremented till this value. Okay, if for I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, I plus plus. Likewise. So the definition says that the for statement in Python iterates over time for any sequence, okay, in the order in which they appear in the sequence. Okay, this behavior is different from the for statement in other languages such as C, in which an iteration, incrementing and stopping criteria are provided. That means In C programming, we have given the initialization criteria, we have given the stopping criteria, but in the control flow of Python language for first statement, you do not need to give anything. See, let's just give a programming hello string. This is a variable hello string, and hello string is equal to hello world. Okay, so for C stands for character. For C in hello string, print C. That means hello world. Hello is one word and a world is another word, and each letter H, E, L, L, O, these are the characters. So for C in hello string, print C. That means all the characters will be printed one by one. Let me show you through programming. I just take a hello, just copy here, no need to type. Okay, I just copied here and paste here. So this hello string is equal to hello world. Then I just give for C in hello string. Okay, so when I do this, it actually in hello string. Okay, so the thing is for and there is a colon. Okay, and it actually asks for print C. While I hit enter, and I will see that this hello world one by one character is printed. Okay, so this is all about the control flow for the first statement, right? So we have another example like fruits, the list fruits apple, orange, banana and mango. So I start I is equal to 0 because all the list are from 0, 1, 2, 3. So for items in fruit, print fruit ID and all the things, and I is equal to I plus 1. I told you in the C programming, I is equal to I plus 1. The first I is equal to 0. Print 0 means apple is printed. Then I is equal to 0 plus 1. That means I is equal to 2. So 2 will be 0 plus 1 is 1. Then orange will be printed. Then 1 plus 1 2, banana will be printed. Then 2 plus 1 3, mango will be printed. Likewise, the 4 different values are printed. So these are all about the control flow for the first statement. Let's go to control flow while statement. The while statement in Python executes the statement within the while loop as long as the while condition is true. That means I just define I is equal to 0. Obviously I is less than 100, na? So while I is less than equal to 100, then if I is percentage 2 is equal to 0, print I. Okay, that means all the range 2, 4, 6, 8, likewise the even numbers till starting from 0 to 100 will be printed. So I percentage 2 is equal to 0 means the remainder will be 0 if I divided. Okay, so those value actually getting printed. So now we have gone for control flow. Range statement is very important thing. So you can also need this thing in MATLAB or all your research work. So whenever you want to find the number, range bounded statement, you just write range 10 and all the value from 0 to 9. 10 is not included. Okay, so 0 to 9 is will be printed. So the first boundary value is included and last boundary value is not included. So here 0 is included and 9 is not included. Here to say that total 10 numbers are printed. Okay, so if you want to find the range with some certain gap, like you can type range 10, 110, 10. What does it mean? 10 means it start from 10. I told the left side boundary included 10, and 110 means maximum value is 110, and this third 10 will be the difference between the conjugative number 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and you might ask why not 110. I told you the last boundary value will not be included. That is why 110 is excluded. And if you remove this 10 and type like 5, then it will print like 10, 15, 20, 25 up to 105, and 110 is not printed. Okay, so let's go for control flow for break and continue statement. It is a very important thing. The break and continue statement in Python are similar to the programming in C languages. The break statement break out for while and for loop. So if you write a for loop or while loop, while you insert a break, it actually stops there. Iteration on may or may not the for iteration finished. If break command execute, then the for loop or while loop stop the iteration. So let's give an example. Y is equal to 1 for x in range 4, 256, 4. What is the value? 4, 8, 6, 12, 16. Likewise, start from 4 with the gap of 4 till 256. 252 is the last value. So y is equal to y star x. Y is 1 and x start from 4. So 4 into 1 is the 4. First variable 4. So here you can see 4 is printed. So if y is greater than 5 to 1. So after doing this calculation, if my y value reaches above 521, then we'll got a breakout. Until that, we'll print y. So first I defined y is equal to 1 and my list will be starting from 4. So first value of x is 4. So now y is equal to 1 into 4, that is 4. And if y is greater than 5.2, this condition not satisfied, so break statement not executed, and y is equal to 4, print y, my 4 is printed, right? Now y becomes 4 and this x becomes 8, so y is equal to 4 into 8, so 8 4s are 32, and y is less than 5.2, this not executed, break is not evacuated, then print y means 32 is printed. So then 384 is printed. Then let's say for the fourth value of x, y becomes more than 5.2, so no more value for y is printed. Okay, that means we can, it very well says that the for statement can do all the iteration, but if you want to break something in the for statement or for execution, you can go for break, right? Then continue statement, continue with the next iteration. If break statement executed and you want to continue from the next iteration, then you can use the continue. Let's give an example. Fruits is equal to apple, orange, banana and mango. For items in the fruits, if item double is equal to banana, that means the third item. So in the list, it's just second item is given. Continue, else print the item. Okay, until banana reach, you have to print. Okay, so apple printed, orange printed. When banana executed, this items is equal to banana, then we'll go continue. Unless we'll print the item and mango is printed. So this banana is excluded from this programming output, right? Then we'll go for control flow, that is pass statement. The pass statement in Python is a null operation. Okay, the pass statement is used when a statement is required but do not want to command for code to execute. Okay, so you need some syntax, but you do not want something to execute. That means to hold something for some time. That is called delay. So fruit is equal to apple, orange, banana, mango. For items in fruits, if item is equal to banana, then pass, else print items. It just will take some time. Apple, orange, mango, banana is not printed. The same as the previous continue statement. But what happened here? Here it takes some more time. Okay. So with this I have completed all the basics for your Python programming. Then some difficult things are there. Functions, function overloadings, default argument, pass by reference, keywords argument, variable length argument, modules, packages, file handling, date and time operations, classes, and inheritance. What is inheritance? That is a OOPS concept, object oriented program concept, and all those things. I plan to give you the lectures notes for this, and you can find this lectures note in the description. And with this I have completed the Python programming, and next in the next class onwards we will study some application or programming based applications for Python programming. Thank you very much.